In one of my previous videos, I talked about the differences in seeing challenges and problems in your life. There, I mentioned seeing things as problems is like seeing things as something very static, something very solid. It makes you feel like whatever you're going through is going to be difficult to get through. And so it feels much more discouraging to go through that problem. And so you might turn your back away from the problem. You might push that problem away, right? With challenges, the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a challenge is something that is like a game or something much more playful, much more fluid, right? It makes you feel like you could get through a challenge, and it makes you encouraged to go through something that is challenging. Now, an easy way to see things as challenges is to remember that life on Earth itself is a school. The experience of life on Earth is like going through a curriculum. Now, your human mind, your human being, your personality, your ego of the human being doesn't remember that your soul chose this life, right? Why did your soul choose this life? Your soul chose this life to learn certain things through certain experiences. And those experiences are through challenges, right? Now, it's up to you to remember this, right? It's up to you to choose whether you see this as a problem or a challenge. It's up to you to go through these challenges or problems and see what you are learning, what you need to learn as a soul, what you need to experience as a soul. Because what you need to experience is what you're experiencing right now, right? In order for you to learn as a soul, in order for you to go through soul growth. What keeps us away from learning from our experiences or whatever that is challenging us, right? Like think of what you're going through right now. Think of the challenge. Start to see whatever problem you're going through right now and start to change your mindset, change the meaning of this current experience that you're experiencing right now, right? Start to change the meaning from it being a problem to a challenge, right? When we get stuck, where we get stuck and where we blind ourselves from learning from our experiences, when we see things as problems, we start to see ourselves as a victim, which is a game that the ego and the personality, the human being that is programmed to be in this lifetime, we program ourselves, we tell ourselves that we are a victim, which keeps us stuck from learning what we need to learn, from experiencing what we need to experience in this life, in that current experience that you're experiencing right now, right? It keeps us stuck, right? Because we start to blame our external world. We start to put the blame on others. We start to deflect we aim to deflect the problem onto other people. We aim to deflect the problem onto the external world because we don't want to carry that burden. We don't want to look at ourselves as part of the problem, right? But if we change our mindset, if we change our mindset and remember why we came onto this life, why we came into this life, why we are experiencing this life on earth, why we are experiencing certain things on this earth, right? You start to remember that your soul chose these certain experiences that you're experiencing in this life on earth, right? Earth, like again, earth is a school. Your soul chose this life on earth to learn, right? Your soul knew the curriculum, right? Therefore, it chose this life on earth because it knew the curriculum was going to help your soul evolve, help your soul reach what it needs to know. And ultimately, what it needs to know is itself, right? So when we start to view our life on earth as a curriculum, as a way of us to us to help our souls learn, right? But first and foremost, we have to view ourselves as souls instead of we are human beings, but ultimately we are souls experiencing a human life. When we view ourselves, our life in that light, we start to view all of our problems. We start to view all of our problems in a different perspective, right? Instead of seeing them as a problem, instead of seeing it as something static, something solid, like a wall we cannot get through, like a wall we cannot get over, right? We start to see things soften a bit. We start to see things as a little bit of a game, a video game, right? A challenge, a level you need to get through, right? A challenge, where we start to see our current problems as challenges, and then when we start to see our current challenges, um, when we start to see our current problems as challenges, we start to question, what is this current experience that I don't want to experience? What is it trying to tell me that I need to learn? Why do I need to experience this currently? Right? Instead of putting ourselves in a victim mentality, we start to ask ourselves, what do I need to experience? What do I need to see in this current experience that's going to help me evolve in my current life and ultimately through my soul journey?